This is out of necessity because the biological father and the custodian of my child, Caleb, has left the area without notifying the court as to his address, and even his lawyer has withdrawn from this case. As I discovered, 47 CPS or DHS reports pointing directly at the father, the custodian, as neglectful, abusive, problematic, not cooperative, unsanitary, unkind, and with a son who is experiencing trauma, not just because he misses me, and he's unable to express his love and affection and deep need for me, without getting punished, of course, but he can't receive any education. So he isn't growing. His trajectory with me was reasonable. I mean, very reasonable, and willing and cooperative and healthy and organized, with a plan of action to utilize my education in the workforce as a mother. This is not a new gamut for me. And here in Indiana, I have discovered interesting facets of the court system, where in the deep, dark shadows, agreements can be made to hustle and to set people up for failure. And then they laugh. And then they wonder, well, where is this mother? And the father's narrative, of course, is, well, she's mentally ill, she's criminal. So they look in the court system, they look in the jails, and they can't find me. When I'm out here being productive, law-abiding, reasonable, studying law, of course, and trusting so many lawyers who have betrayed that trust and laughed at me. One remarkably said, "Yeah, you've been rode hard and put away wet." Well, thanks a lot, Cody. Thanks a lot for that. And then after the end of that, I find that he bills me for even more, for being on the phone with my opposing counsel, making an agreement, an arrangement, because there's a denial that the abuse ever existed in our home. And that isn't true. The verified batterer is a custodian, and it was temporary based on the false allegations of mental health. How is this not a criminal act? Because it's Marion County and he's so special? Is he really so special? So here is a cease and desist letter directly to Jason Michael Cozatt, born April 18th, 1974, from a relatively wealthy, networked family, college education, and even military background. I get the impression that he just uses status to get away with stuff, and he thought perhaps I would be quiet and easygoing as a victim. Well, the thing about PTSD, after a victim separates from the abuser, the recovery makes them even sharper. I'm not threatening any kind of vindictive, arbitrary to the law action. Actually, the law provides for people like me, as they should. Our founding fathers created all of this in an organized manner. And this is why. Because families are the foundation of America. Families are the foundation of the world, ordained by God to establish rightful and orderly dispositions. I know my place. So this is a cease and desist letter going out to Jason Michael Cozatt, in the cause of 49D16 1305 DR 021968. 1968. This cease and desist order is to inform you that your persistent actions, including but not limited to telling people that Ms. Tracy Cozatt is bipolar, needs medications, abused my children, and they all have become unbearable. You are ordered to stop such activities immediately, as they are being done in violation of the law. Ms. Tracy Cozatt has the right to remain free from these injuries as the biological parent and loving nurturer of Caleb Michael Cozatt. Ms. Cozatt will pursue any legal remedies available against you in these activities, if these activities continue. These remedies include, but are not limited to, contacting law enforcement to obtain criminal sanctions against you and suing you civilly for damages incurred as a result of your actions. Again, you must immediately stop slandering my reputation and alienating me from Caleb and his support teams. You shall send written confirmation that you will stop such activities. You risk incurring some legal consequences if you fail to comply with this reasonable demand. This letter acts as your final warning to discontinue this unwanted conduct before legal actions. At this time, I am not contacting the authorities or filing civil suit against you, as I hope we can resolve this matter without authoritative involvement. I am not, under any circumstances, however, waiving any legal rights I have presently or future legal remedies against you by sending you this letter. This order acts as one final chance for you to cease your illegal activities before I exercise my rights. To ensure compliance with this letter and to halt any legal action I may take against you, I require you to fill in and sign the attached form and forward through your attorney to me within 10 days of your receipt of this letter. Failure to do so will act as evidence of your infringement upon my legal rights, and I will immediately seek legal avenues to remedy this situation. Sincerely, Ms. Tracy Cozatt, biological mother, loving nurturer of Caleb Cozatt, and American citizen. Cease and desist compliance agreement. Of course, you can't sign this. I have possession of this, but you also have a recording. And so what we would like to do is to have you write something out summarizing and complying with the things that are said here. I, Jason Cozatt, do hereby agree to stop slandering and alienating, which are in violation of parental constitutional rights. I understand that this is my final chance to cease these activities. I understand that Tracy Cozatt potentially has the right to pursue legal action against me relating to my engagement in these activities, but will not pursue these rights in contemplation of my compliance with this written demand. I further understand that Ms. Tracy Cozatt has not waived her rights and may pursue legal remedies against me if I fail to abide by this agreement. I understand that this agreement is not specifically limited to the activities named herein. I will not engage in any activity now or in the future done for the purpose of alienation of parenting rights to Caleb Cozatt. I furthermore agree not to engage in any activity, regardless of its official title, that is done in violation of Tracy's legal rights. If I fail to cease performing these activities, Tracy Jeanette Cozatt may pursue legal action against me. Forbearing enforcement of legally enforceable remedies is sufficient consideration to support this agreement. This agreement represents the entire agreement between the parties. Any statements made orally written or otherwise, which are not contained herein, shall have no impact on either party's rights or obligations elaborated in this agreement. It must be dated. Thank you.